to my channel. I'm back again with another lock video. I'm not going to make any excuses, but I know it's been a long time. I think I'm going to make 2017 my less excuse year. Wish me luck with that, because we know that's not going to be easy. But I'm back, guys, and I'm going to talk to you guys from my phone. So if you're wondering why you see black sides, it's probably because I'm recording from my phone, which I'm going to try to hurry up and do because my phone tends to cut off in less storage space, and my camera keeps cutting off. So I think it's about due for me to get another one. I think I had that camera for a little over 2 years, so it's about overdue. But anyway, jumping straight into the topic, we're going to talk about mildew. Ew. I know y'all know what I'm talking about, especially mildew and locks. If you have locks, you are bound to come across mildew at least once in your life. And if you don't, probably because you're, really good at stuff. But let me just talk. Okay, I come across mildew and it's not friendly at all. It's stinky, it's disgusting, and it's quite embarrassing, honestly. But let's just say it's common for a lot of people who have locks to come across mildew, whether it's the beginning stage or late stage or now, what have you. It can be rough. So we're going to talk about that. And what made me decide to talk about this topic is because my neighbor, her backyard is literally across from my woman cave, and she's about in her late 40s, early 50s. She started locking her hair. She was a baby locker at the time. So let's rewind back. She was a baby locker about a year ago, and it felt good for her to compliment me on my locks. She said I was one of the people that would inspire her. We would talk, conversate, chit-chat. I would give her the little advice that I know about it. She's always been inspired about locking her hair, so she finally got enough courage and bravery to do it. So I was proud for her. Like, yeah, power, Lock Nation. And I saw her about a few weeks ago, sometime towards the end, a little bit before Halloween of last month, and she had her hair cut off. I was like, but when I saw her, I kind of saw her from my woman cave. I didn't get the chance to conversate with her. She was in her backyard fixing her light, and I saw her, and I was like, oh my goodness, what happened? Like, I really had to talk to her. So, well, that was before a few weeks ago. Then a few weeks came towards a couple days before Halloween, and I saw her, and I was walking my dogs, and, we got to conversating and talking. I asked her, and I'm like, what happened? Like, your hair looks beautiful either way. Whatever you're happy with, I'm happy with. I think we're all beautiful no matter how we choose to wear our hair. But I asked her, and I was just like, I was shocked, because it was like, as time went on, I started to see the process of her growth. Like, I started to see her from a baby locker to her locks to her shoulders. So it was a little bit surprising to me that she cut her locks off. So she was just like, Viv, I love your hair. I'm still inspired by locks. I love locks, but I couldn't do it. So I know I heard this before with people in patience and locks. So I'm thinking maybe it was just a patient thing and she started to run out of. And I asked her, so I was just like, okay, I'm like, I understand completely. Like, I support your decision. I think you look beautiful either way. But I need to ask, like, why? What happened? And she said because of the mildew smell. And she said no matter what she did, she would wash it over and over again, and the mildew smell was still here. So instantly when she said that, I knew exactly what was going on, because I've experienced it in my beginning stage of locking for at least a year that I was locked. So I was like, wow. She was like, I really wish I would have talked to you early on, but I couldn't do it no more. There was other things with the locks. I just couldn't do it anymore. So I understood completely. And I said, I'm so sorry to hear that, but I think you look beautiful either way. Rock it, girl. You got it. I'm not brave enough to cut all of my hair off. So I definitely support all you ladies who do. I think you all are beautiful. You're brave, courageous, and you are a true inspiration. So she inspired me a lot as well. And so this is what made me decide to talk about this topic. So we're going to jump straight into it before my phone cuts off. Locks and mildew. The first thing I would suggest is using, first of all, a clarifying shampoo, because that can have a lot to do with the mildew sticky smell depending on what type of hair texture you have. You want to work on using a clarifying shampoo, get all of it in there, make sure you're washing it real good. No matter how long you wait to wash your hair, Just make sure you're doing it real good. Don't wash your hair too often because that can also break your hair off. Believe it or not, if you haven't heard of it before, dirt actually helps your hair to grow. So it's probably not good to wash your hair all the time. Another thing that I would suggest besides the clarifying shampoo is making sure your hair is fully not dry, because if your hair is wet, obviously no matter what type of hair you have, locked or unlocked hair, if your hair isn't, if your hair gets wet, it's gonna be wet. Just make sure it's completely drained. Locs is like a sponge. It holds up hair, it holds up heat, whatever have you, and it holds a lot inside as far as washing, the water. So you want to make sure before you step out of the shower, or if you're over the sink, make sure you drain that hair. I always put my hair in 2 parts or maybe 4 sections, and I make sure before I jump out the shower, because I don't want my floor to be wet. I have a marble bathroom floor, and that would not be a good day for me. I make sure that I actually drain my hair starting from the root, and then I work my way to the bottom. You want to make sure you have that all set and full, and you also want to make sure that you have a microphobic type of towel, or if you have or if you do what I do sometimes, I use a black t-shirt, and you want to make sure you actually get that drained as well. I suggest washing your hair when you don't have a busy schedule. What I do personally, I make sure I'm not going anywhere, so I wash my hair, make sure I stay inside so I won't get a head cold or get sick or anything like that. So I make sure I stay in the house if I'm having a wash day. Wash my hair, and I take pictures with it dry. Me personally, I don't use a blow dryer. I have never used a blow dryer since I've had locks, but you can use a blow dryer. And you have some people who tell you that you can't use a blow dryer when you're locking your hair. That is a lie. You can use a blow dryer if you would like to. If it works best for you, you have a busy schedule during the day, you have somewhere to go, you want your hair to dry fast enough, you can blow dry your hair. In the summertime, I love washing my hair in the summertime because I can just go outside and the sun just dries it without me getting sick, depending on the type of person that you are, but I barely get sick during the summer, so I'll go outside, let the sun dry my hair, natural way, natural sunlight or whatever. And some people just like to have a quick, fast, get up and go. They have places to be, things to do, so they want their hair to dry faster. I suggest, especially during the winter months, it's getting cold outside, I suggest you own a hair dryer. You can own a hair dryer, but what I would also suggest is do not wash your hair as much, because dirt makes your hair grow. And if you wash your hair too much, you'll put too much stress on your hair can break off, it can dry out. Water definitely can dry your hair out. Water dries locks out. And I also suggest that you guys use rose water, which is a very good way to help with locks, getting it to smell good, making sure it's all clean and what have you. Use that as a special technique, especially during the winter months. Make sure you're oiling your hair very well. Not as often. I just actually did an oil treatment not too few days ago. Sorry guys if I'm talking extremely too fast. I just don't want my phone to cut off, and I think it's going to happen pretty soon. So please forgive me if I didn't end this video on a good note, but I want to make sure I get all the tips and good stuff out there for everyone who's looking and wondering why they're getting that mildew smell. Make sure your hair is completely dry. Your hair is coils that is wrapped together. It's matted, it's knotted, so it's going to take a little longer for your hair to dry. Like I said, locks, no matter what type of hair texture you have, it's like a sponge. It soaks up water. So you want to make sure that your hair is completely dry before stepping it out or wrapping your hair up in any type of cloth. Let your hair air dry. It takes time. Or own a hair dryer. You have somewhere to go, you have places to be, you have the kids to pick up after school, or you have to be at work at a certain time. You wash your hair in the morning, which I suggest you don't do that so you won't rush, but blow dry your hair. You can blow dry your hair. Don't blow dry your hair too much, because it could become too much heat on your hair, so you don't want to do that. But it is recommended that you can do it. But anyway, guys, I don't want to go over or past my time. Sorry for the ratchet fast video, but I hope this gives you guys enough tips and tricks of what to do to not get that mildew smell, or if you have it, to get rid of that mildew smell. I suggest vinegar and water as well. Do that. Do that. Okay, guys, with no further delay, I'm going to end this video. Thank you guys for listening and watching, and I should see you again in my other video once my camera gets fixed. Love you guys. Peace. And have a heart, because I'm holding the phone, and love to you all.